Let's talk about the freelancing thing. And first things first, the IRS has delayed for a year the thing so many people were asking me about in the fall about the reporting that was going to happen with Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and the ugly Zelle. And so it's delayed till further notice, which means at least a tax year, because there's no system yet to differentiate between money you get from work you're doing versus friends sending money to friends or whatever. What this is about, just briefly, is there was a lot of not reporting income from people doing something on the side that prior to these apps was always just people getting money in cash. Well, now there's billions of unreported income dollars that people are getting paid through these apps. And so the Congress, in its wisdom, came up with a new reporting requirement, but no way really to do this that would not mess up people doing their tax returns who were just paying money to friends or family or whatever using the app. So don't worry about that. It's cans kicked down the road. It'll never be implemented the way Congress originally passed that statute. No chance, because the complexity in doing it in a way that doesn't cause problems for people not trying to earn income through using any of these payment apps as a way to receive that income. I hope I just didn't confuse you more. But the latest estimate I saw is that somewhere around 75 million Americans, more or less, and there could be some inflation in those numbers, but somewhere around that number, do some kind of side thing. Whether you drive for Uber or Lyft or deliver food for a food delivery service or whatever it is that you do as what some people refer to as a side hustle. One should be really, really careful as you look at these. And, you know, people in the tech field are seeing really heavy layoffs right now. And so there's a tendency to say, hey, I got to find something right now. And it's so common in the tech field to do contract work for someone. And you never even meet them. And you're so used to working remotely that you can end up being scammed. So you got to be really, really careful to vet who it is who supposedly is offering you employment. You got to be very cautious before you give anybody your Social Security number. And never in any circumstance are you paying money to then go to work for somebody. So when you're looking for work, though, the other thing has come up in the past is that a lot of gig work you're going to find isn't going to be worth your time. That the money you're going to make is not enough to be valuable. And I wanted to tell you that there are job opportunities right now, if you're laid off from something, that may be places you haven't entered into your brain as places to look for employment. But a lot of state and local governments have a huge number of job vacancies right now. And they need people of all different kinds of skills in these jobs with state and local government. And you may not decide to make local or state government a career, but it could be something that helps you pay the bills for a while as something to do. Another thing, there may be causes that you really care about. Well, almost always there's a nonprofit that does something in that cause, a charity or nonprofit. And nonprofits generally have faced a lot of turnover in employment. And so there may be opportunity there for you in a job. And these are not gigs. These would be regular full-time jobs with a local government, a state government, a charity, or a nonprofit. They may not pay as much money as you made before, but you may find the work more fulfilling. And it may, again, for you be a way station like a gig job. But if you are looking to pick up extra money, my favorite place I like to direct you to is a website called sidehustle.com, spelled really funny, SIDEHUSL. Let me repeat that, sidehusl.com. It is a site run by a woman who was a financial writer extraordinaire for years called Kathy Kristoff, worked for the LA Times newspaper syndicate for a long time. And it does a really good job taking you through the various work opportunities and evaluating what's good, what's not, what's real, what's not, so that when you're looking for extra income, you don't end up being ripped off or taken advantage of. You're actually benefiting from the extra income you were seeking.